What is going on, guys? Dawkbro back again. I hope you are fantastic today. And today I have something very interesting to you guys to listen to, and it's about the whole story of Splatoon. Basically, in all of the levels you have to collect these scrolls, and each scroll tells a really interesting story about the origins of the Inklings and everything all in between. So let's get straight to it. I'm going to go through all of them and talk about some of the most interesting ones so you guys understand the story of Splatoon. Since time immemorial, a rare type of electric catfish known as a zapfish has been prized by Inkling society as a source of energy. In fact, the entire city of Inkopolis is powered by a single 100-year-old great zapfish. We octarians dwell in a world deep underground. The individual caves in which we live are connected by a network of transport devices known as kettles. Wow! So that's how our home works. If you remember in the missions, guys, you can actually go into the kettles to transport to different missions. And I said before, why are the kettles? Now we know. Underground passageways where the octarian enemies live. This appears to be the machine designed by octarians to ride, but there is nothing inside. The big question then, how does it move? Perhaps the octarians are able to power it through hard work and willpower alone. This scroll was found in a deep rock layer. Its age estimates approximately 2,000 years. It details the ancient turf wars of the time. It seems the basic 4 versus 4 battle format had already been established at this stage. That's really interesting, guys. The way we do turf wars in multiplayer, it looks like it's been doing this for 2,000 years. And you can see in the middle as well, there's a cat what does the flags, just like the cat who does the flags in multiplayer. The terrifying biology of the Inkling. Limbs can leap up to 1.5 meters. Brain, simple and hedonistic. Bones, none. Eyes can spot prey from 100 meters away. Defense, high pressure, high capacity ink sac. The Department of Energy have announced that further declines in the availability of electric power are likely to occur in the near future. With the underground domes also deteriorating rapidly, the future does not look bright. The ink sprayed during a turf war vanishes almost immediately after the battle ends. How environmentally friendly and incredibly convenient. Paradise Lost by Octolangelo. This is like something like Adam and Eve. As you can see, the two octarians there are Adam and Eve. Up there in the tree is supposed to be the serpent, and for some reason it's the squid. I think this was made by Octolangelo. It's trying to look like the Inklings are bad people, but they are not. It seems that some octarians can assume a humanoid form. These specimens have superior physical capabilities and are highly aggressive. High-ranking individuals have kelp on their heads, but what motivates them, if anything at all? With the creatures of the surface driven to extinction by rising sea levels, the ancestors of the Inklings were free to haul their 10-legged bodies up on the abandoned land. This is how the mollusk era began. So basically, guys, we humans died by extinction by rising sea levels, which seems to be very similar to how today's going. We seem to be getting global warming. People are saying rising sea levels are going to occur. Basically, we get extinct by this, and the Inklings thrive and go to the abandoned land and evolve. Twice a year, the Inkopolis Collection Fashion Show captures the hearts and minds of the city's youth. Is there no room in these creatures' minds for anything besides battle and fashion? The first battles of the Great War ended in victory for the octarian forces. The diligent octarians easily dominated the Inklings, who were unable to wake up early in the morning. The Inklings have long led a hedonistic style of life. So basically, guys, during the war, there was wars before what we're doing now, and the octarians used to win. Heralded by loud explosions, the great octo weapons quickly stormed the Inkling central stronghold. Victory for the octarians seemed all but certain, but due to a plug behind carelessly pulled from its socket, their hopes were dashed. Lady Luck had smiled down upon the Inklings, and this turned the tide. Historians today generally agree that the Inklings' victory over the Octarians in their final struggle was largely due to their superior number of limbs. So basically, guys, the Octarians don't have any hands or legs, but the Inklings do, and this is apparently why we won the war. This is the only remaining photograph of the Squidbeak Splatoon. The unknown young man folding in his arm appears to be the leader. At the time this picture was taken, the Great Turf War had been raging on for over a year. As you can see, guys, this is very interesting. The man folding his arms is none other than Captain Cuttlefish, the main protagonist character who guides us to beat the game. And on the left is the weapon master in Inkopolis, who gives us the weapons. And in the middle as well, there's a cat, which is very interesting later on. And there's supposed to be Splatoon girl and Splatoon boy, I think. Before the Great Turf War, there were friendly relations between the Inklings and the Octarians. They could not have dreamed that further rising sea levels would soon force them to battle fiercely over the remaining territory. As you can see, guys, there's Captain Cuttlefish again, but on the left is very, very interesting. It's none other than the main villain in this game, who has actually changed into a scary DJ Squid. Victory in the kids' folk singing contest went to these two cousins from the Calamari region. Their remarkable voices had ink pressures riding high throughout the audience, and earned them the standing ovation from all present. These are the Calamari sisters, what we see today, and they're very young at this age. It's midsummer every day in the Booyah Base Ultra Mega Hyper Sale. Everything's a must buy. If you want to be the freshest squid in Inkopolis, you cannot miss this incredible shop opportunity. Race down to the Booyah Base today. Is the big fluffy one providing shelter for the little fishy one? Or is the little fishy one manipulating the big fluffy one? We may never know, and perhaps it doesn't matter. This is a shopkeeper in Inkopolis with the crazy hair, and there's a clownfish inside, but this is trying to say that maybe the clownfish is actually manipulating the girl. Squid Squad's new album, Fresh Kids, takes their trademark squidcore sound to the whole new level. Critics call it an oral buffet of squidiosyncratic psychedelicacy. The perfect theme for any turf war on sale now. So basically, when we're doing this turf wars in multiplayer, basically the music is actually being played by CDs, which is interesting. What is this? It looks just like the proprietor of the shoe shop. Could there have been a creature that consumed prawns as food? Us, the humans. A terrifying thought indeed. So basically they found this from a very old, from ages ago, and basically like, what? Who used to eat us? And obviously we do. From the depths of the sea we emerged long ago, seeking the light of the surface. In search of still greater lights, we now send this message into outer space, sealed in a disc. Perhaps one day we will meet others like ourselves. Kind of ironic how we humans do that now. We send out signals to outer space to try and find people like us, which is interesting. The traditional calamari shanty of the Calamari region nowadays, this song and dance may as well be carved into the very DNA of all Inklings. It originated as a way to celebrate the sea and give thanks for its bounty. Why are we here? For what purpose do we exist? We must not dwell on these questions. We can merely trust in the will of the universe and spend our days and nights in harmony with the world, celebrating this festival called life. Once again, it's very similar to how we humans are like. The Inklings are very similar to us, and it appears to be a picture of a phone, which is interesting. Though academic circles warn of rising sea levels, the policymakers pay them no heed. At this rate, human civilization may end up being buried beneath the waves. Will even this furry fellow be consumed by the raging ocean? This is the Flagmaster, guys, the guy in multiplayer. And he seems to be very, very old, and something really interesting comes up. A 12,000-year-old fossil of the creature with an odd internal skeleton. This small skull indicates the creature was likely primitive with little intelligence. This specimen appears to have been fossilized in the middle of some kind of ritual. This is it, guys. This is us humans today in present time, and the Inklings are 12,000 years old. The fossil of us is with the Wii U and the Pro Controller and the disc. It looks really funny, but it just shows that the Inklings are way ahead of time. 12,000 years. Oh, my beloved Judd. It seems the day has finally come. This capsule is designed to remain cryogenically sealed for 10,000 years. Goodbye, my perfect little kitty cat. May the future be kind to you. This is Judd, guys. This is the Flagmaster in the multiplayer. Judd is over 12,000 years old, folks. This was 10,000 years ago. If you remember, before, the turf wars have been going on for 2,000. And the fossil of the human remains was 12,000 years. So basically, 2,000 years ago, that's when the Inklings started to come onto our planet. And for 2,000 years, they've been doing turf wars with the octarians and what we do now. So basically, the Inklings have been on this world for over 2,000 years so far. But yeah, that's it, guys. Those are all of the lovely scrolls in the game. If you would like to see a tutorial on how to get the scrolls, I will easily do that. Leave a like if you would want to see that. I really hope you enjoyed the story of Splatoon. It's really interesting, you know. Splatoon just looks like a simple game, but the scrolls completely tell the story. And some of the characters in this game have a lot of backstory indeed, like Captain Cuttlefish and the main enemy in this game, the DJ Octarian. And of course Judd the cat. Lots of love, guys, and I will see you all next time.